So we were discussing yum yesterday. So yum
and repos as well.
and repos. So what we did was we saw how to install a package. Let's say I want to install yum install http. It's some package. It's an Apache server. It will tell you that it will install Apache 2.4.6, release 98, enterprise Linux 7, and for CentOS 7. Because CentOS and enterprise Linux, they have the same ISOs and same operating system. So I will say yes or no. If we say no, it will not install the package. So I'm saying no. The other command is you can update this package, but there is no HTTP package available, so it will not look for the update. Just like that, we will do yum list, and it will list all the packages available or installed in your system. So let's say if I list HTTP, there is no package called HTTP sorry. Okay, we have one package HTTP package available. So we have HTTPD package available, we can install it. So that's how we can search the repository for a particular package. And then
in this case, it's searching internet, right? Not our own.
It's searching internet, yes.
Okay.
And where it is defined in etc yum.reposd, and we have few repos available. Like I can go into the repository CentOS base repo. So here we have some URLs available. It will go to these URLs to search a package, and there are so many CentOS repos available here. So what we can do is, let's say yum list nginx, and there is no such package as nginx available. So these are the default repositories, but if I want to add some more repositories, I can go yum install -y epel-release. So this is a repository which has a huge number of other packages available. So now let's go to yum list nginx. So it's updating the data of that from that repo. And let's see if nginx is now available or not. So now we have nginx available. Before it was not available because this is available in, you can see EPEL repository. So that's how we can add repositories. And there is a command yum repo list, or I think it's a single word. Yeah. So now we have CentOS 7 days repo ID and this EPEL. This EPEL is now also extra packages for enterprise Linux 7. So that's how we can add repositories. But let's say we don't have internet available. Or what I can do is I can go with mkdir repo -backup and move everything from here to repo backup. Okay. Yeah, I have said static. So in the static, the repo backup is also coming in the path. So it is saying that I cannot backup my own backup inside. Inside. That's it. So everything is gone. Now if I go yum repo list, I don't have any repositories available. So now what if I can do is I can yum list nginx. So now I don't have anything available because I have no online repository available. Either I don't have internet or I don't have any repository available. So what should I do now? I have two options here. If I want to install a package and I don't have internet, I don't have the repository, what I can do is go into the internet, download the package, copy it to our laptop, and upload it here and install with the command rpm. We will resolve all the dependencies by ourselves, and we will install all the dependent packages to RPM. This is for air-gapped environment, but there is a better way. Let's say I can attach my CD-ROM. Just share the whole screen, and this is my machine. I can say use ISO image. In the D drive, I have Centos 7.9 dvd.iso. Connected and done. So now I have a device dev SR0. So what I will do is I will mount dev SR0 to MNT. So if I go to my MNT directory, I have the contents of my CD, which I just attached with my machine. It's available here. And now I can go to my repository.
This machine, or
Sorry?
Did you mount that to this machine or another one?
No, to this virtual machine.
Okay.
Because I want to make my CD-ROM or my CD as a repository. So I want to search the packages from the CD-ROM because I have the CD available. Even if in air-gapped environment, you can mount CD or DVD, but you cannot go to the internet. Right?
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. So now what I will do is I will touch a file, local.repo, and I have some code available here. I will define my repository. I can name my repository anything local repo created by Zishan, and the base URL. I'm not defining the URL as a web URL. I am saying that just search for the package in MNT directory because I have mounted my CD-ROM at MNT directory, and that's it. Let's say now if I do yum repo list, I have one repository, local repo available. And maybe now I want to search HTTPD. So now HTTPD 2.4.6 release 9.5 is available with me, but I don't have Nginx available because by default it's an extra package. So in this CD-ROM, I don't have Nginx available. So this is the package available in my CD, the DVD.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So we're doing this in case we're installing packages without internet, right?
Yes.
So if you were to do this with internet and you were to do, yum install HTTPD, Nginx will be automatically installed, right? Because that's just
correct.
a required package.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So I'm talking packages, and I can grep HTTPD. So you see HTTPD 2.4.6 release 9.5 RPM is available here. There are some more packages, HTTPD devel, the manual, the tools, and this package available. Let's say I don't have DVD-ROM available, or my package is not available on this CD. So what I can do is I can go onto the internet, I can download the RPM. Let's say I have this RPM available on internet. So what I will do is I will go to my Google and search for this RPM. Let's say this is our desired RPM. And okay, this is the desired RPM where it is available. Okay, it's saying click on 3 images with 1, 2, 3. This is the link. So I can copy this and I can go to my machine and I will download this file wget. Wget is you can download any file from the internet in your local PC. So okay,
But
What?
Jishan, I thought we were talking a scenario where we are not connected to internet.
Yes, but if I am assuming I'm not connected to internet, what I will do is I will download the file on my PC, and then using WinSCP, I can directly copy this RPM into this machine. If you
Okay.
want to do it,
Sure.
I can copy from WinSCP, but I am making a shortcut here, and I'm downloading it directly onto my PC.
Okay, got it.
Right? So let's say this package is not available. I don't know. It's saying response is okay, and okay, got it. I am standing in the
So it
CD-ROM,
looks like
which is read only. So I can go to temp and run that command again. So I have downloaded this. I have started downloading this package directly from internet, but I can download it to my PC. Then I can connect my PC through WinSCP, or I can copy the package in USB, attach it to the Linux, and copy it from there. So let's say I have this package now. Let's pipe more. Where's that package? It's httpd-ls. httpd. So this is the RPM just downloaded, and what I will do is RPM minus IVH and the RPM name. So it is saying error, failed dependencies. What Yum did was it automatically resolves those dependencies. So now what I want to do is I will go onto the internet again, and I will search for this package httpd tools. And now we have to go to internet again and download this package also, and then we will install it through RPM. Let's say okay, I think I'm using the wrong command. Find in MNT minus name. Come on, I have forgotten the command. In MNT, oh sorry, find MN directory minus name http static. Here's this package http tool. Let's search for. I was using the wrong command. I don't know why. So let's say this package is available in my CD. I can copy it and paste it here in the temp directory. Let's assume I have gone to the internet, search for this package http tools, downloaded it, copied to my Linux machine through WinSCP. So then I will first install RPM minus IVH, this package name. And it is saying that package 2.4.6-98 is available, which is newer than 95. But my HTTP wants this older version. So now I have to yum remove httpd tools first, so that it will uninstall this version. Yes. And then I can go with the old install. So it has installed it. Now let's try installing httpd again, httpd -2.4.6. And now this has installed the Apache through RPM. And actually what Yum is doing, it has the database of all the RPMs available, and in the background, it downloads the RPM and installs the RPM. So it is easy to install. I mean, it checks the dependencies, go to the internet, download those dependencies, and it makes our lives a lot easier. Otherwise, we have to, I mean, luckily there is only one dependency, HTTPD tools. Maybe there are tons of dependencies. So we have to resolve all those dependencies manually. So now RPM minus QA. So you can see all the packages installed in my machine. I can query all those packages. And I can remove any package like RPM minus QA grep HTTP. So I have this package available, RPM minus E, and the package is gone. If I'll do the above command again, we don't have HTTPD available here. So with E, you can remove it. With I, you can install it. And V for verbose, it shows you the progress in human readable, as for human readable form. So we use the switches. If I do RPM minus I, just I, even it will install the package, but it will not show you any progress. So let's remove it again and do it I VH. So, you know, it has shown you that, I mean, if you see it is installed 100%, it's a relief. In this command, you don't know what happened. You're not sure if it is installed or not. So I always use the verbose command so that I get the progress. Is it done? Is it not done? Like that. So I use IVH. So that's how you install a package from repository. If you don't have any repository, you make your DVD-ROM a repository. If the package is not available in the DVD-ROM, even let's say you are installing something from internet, maybe you will you can find some RPMs of the dependent packages in your DVD-ROM. And let's say RPM -e HTTPD tools. So I am removing the tools also. Okay, it was saying, it's saying you cannot remove it because this is needed by HTTPD. So first we have to remove HTTPD, and then we can remove the tools. So what I can do is, if I want to install Apache, maybe I need this tool, a dependent package. So I don't have the main package, but what I can do is I can do install HTTPD-tools from my CD-ROM. So mounting CD-ROM is always a good idea. Maybe you can install a dependent package and you can do yum, and maybe your life is a bit easy if some packages are available in the CD-ROM. So now I can go to ITSC repo, but when my PC is restarted, if the ISO is not there, it will not search anything. And then you have to mount the ISO again. Any question till here? So now I'm going to backup and move everything one step back so that my internet repo is available. And now if I do yum repo list, I have all these repos available, plus one more created by Zishan as a local repo with EPL, base, extras, updates, anything. What I can do is I can press yum update and hit enter. Or I can do yum update HTTPD. So where were we? Yes, we were saying either yum update HTTPD, but it's saying HTTPD is not installed. So first we have to install HTTPD, and I'll hit yes. Or what you can do is you can update the complete, all the tools, all the RPMs available. And if any RPM has any update, yum will update everything. I will do yum update HTTPD. So no packages to update, but if I can go with yum update and hit enter, all the packages will be upgraded, but it will take a lot of time because there are thousands and thousands of RPM installed. It will check everything. It will go to internet and download a lot of packages. So I'm not doing it right now. Or maybe I can kill it. You see, these are all the packages, and it has started downloading. I mean, so much stuff. So I can do Control C. I have killed that process, and maybe still, the problem with yum is it's doing something in the background. So let's say yum update nginx. Let's see if it's running in the background. No, it's killed. Otherwise, if it was running, I could kill it manually. And how I can do that, I can tell you later. But if I press stop, every process running in Linux has a process ID. Okay. So let's say I want to kill this process. I don't know what this process is, 3923. So it stops. So I can do kill 3923. If it is not allowing me to kill, you can kill it forcefully using switch 9. I'm not killing it because I don't know. I mean, I should not
Zishan,
kill
how did you get to this process PID?
Top.
Okay.
There is a command top. It monitors. I mean, this is also a topic in future class. But if you are discussing here top, it's saying the machine is up for 45 minutes. One user logged in. Load average is this. Total 188 tasks, and the memory in KIB. So this is total. This is in use, and this is free. This is used. This is free. And it tells you about swap also. The swap is used 0%. When swap is used, it is used when your memory is consumed 100% and your process is asking for more memory. So it will start using swap as your memory. It's a partition we defined while installing the OS that the swap should be, I guess, 20 GB, I don't remember, or 2 GB. I guess it was 2 GB. The concept of swap is if you are using a small RAM like 1 gig, 2 gig, 4 gig, it's always a good idea to reserve the space as twice as RAM. So if you are using 4 gigs of RAM, then the swap should be 8 gigs. I mean, it's a thumb rule. It's not mandatory. You can go with 4, 2, 1, whatever you want, but it's a thumb rule. But it doesn't mean that your machine is using 128 gigs of RAM, so you double it with the swap. So 256 of swap will give you nothing. I mean, the performance will go very down if you start using 250 gigs of your hard disk as a memory, because hard disk is the slowest part of your Linux machine. I mean, the slowest is hard disk, and because we are not using CD-ROM here, otherwise CD-ROM is the slowest. Then hard disk is a bit faster. Then your memory is a lot faster, and then there are CPUs, registers inside CPUs. They are even faster than the RAM. So that's how it goes. So if using hard disk as a memory, it will slow down everything. Your complete VM will slow down. So if something is happening, you don't know, your application is not responding, your VM is responding very slow. So you come to the shell, hit top, and you see the load average. The load average is, if it is like 3, 2, less than 3, it's fine. But if it goes to 10, I mean, it's not like CPU, it's load average. It combines so many parameters and give you the load. If it is more than 3, your PC starts responding a bit clumsy. And if it goes above 10 or 15, I mean, it can completely halt your service. So that's how we check the load on the computer, and there's a shorter command W. So it will tell you some little parameters, the summary of it. And I'll give you the RAM.
What was the other command, Zishan, for checking the load on your PC, on your Linux box?
Top.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if you go to Solaris, it is PRStat, but most Unix operating system, like I guess more than 95%, they support top, but there are a few exceptions always.
Okay.
So this
That
is this is Windows version of Task Manager.
Yes, you can say that.
Yeah.
That was kind of
Windows is like more kind of more fancy stuff, the GUI, graphic user interface. But still, you can do pretty much everything in Linux. It is telling you it is using this root process is utilizing CPU 0.3% of the CPU. It is utilizing this percent of available installed memory. It is using 0.2% of the installed or available memory. So it can tell you pretty much everything, and you can kill the process. In Windows, you can end the task like that. So let's say where were we?
Can you repeat killing the process again? You was trying something like 3249, something like that. Some number you was trying to kill that, right? Can you do that again?
Yes, stop. Let's say,
yes. Can you kill 641? Okay.
The IDs actually it is showing me the processes as per memory or CPU utilization. So the screen is moving. So maybe I can kill this process 2929. It is some process, and I can kill it with the process ID. Okay, let's run Apache service httpd start. So now if I go to top, actually there's no load coming on httpd. So anyways, you can see this is an ID. I can go kill the process ID, and if it is not allowing you to kill it, you can use the -9 switch, and it will kill it forcefully. It doesn't matter if it is processing something, it will just kill it. So I'm not hitting enter because I don't know.
So this -9 is processor ID 9, or it is something?
No. It is saying just do it forcefully.
So it's a command for forcefully.
It's a parameter. Nothing to do with the what you were saying. Sorry.
No,
-9. No, another process. No, the -9 is the parameter. Just maybe what you can do is we can do man kill. So let's see -9 what it does. Okay, it's not showing me here. 0 -1 minus n way and then anyways, -9 is for to kill it forcefully. And
okay, so if we want to kill the -9, like processor ID 9.
So if you want to kill process
-9 and -9, kill -9 and then 9.
This is 9 and then process ID 9.
Okay, got it.
So this 9 is the process ID. It will remain the same. You will almost never use it, because if you kill 9, I'm not killing it. I don't know what process is running on. I mean, it is actually some very dangerous process. I'm not sure I can kill it. Otherwise, I could have shown you.
So Zishan, so let's say you kill it by mistake, then what do? You have to
maybe
reboot the whole system?
Maybe your OS crashes. I mean, this is RCU. I don't know what is this. So if it is any system process and the system is dependent on this process, maybe either you don't need to reboot the system. Just you should know how to start that service again. Maybe you can start it with service command.
If you go a little up, there is the top.
Yeah.
You see that 4142. We can kill that. It just kills the stop.
It will kill the stop, but when we will do Control-C, it already kills it. So that's why I was not doing it. So I can do
No,
4142.
asking, let's say you did it by mistake or whatever, right?
Yes, then you have to
come out
either
of it.
you either start it manually, and if the OS is so dependent on it that it crashes, I mean, you
Then you have
never
to
know.
reboot.
Then
So
you
the
have to
only-
reboot. That's
So
the
it will
only
bring all the
problem.
necessary processes up and running again, right?
Yes, but mostly everything is scheduled to be started on boot. I mean, if you restart a machine, we define that. Let's say we defined turn off firewall at the boot time, turn off SE Linux at the boot time. Same way we can define turn on Apache on the boot time. Let's say I can say chk httpd on. So what it will do is when someone reboots my computer, Apache will start automatically. I can do Nginx on, I can do MySQL on. So even if you reboot a computer and if the setup is done correctly, maybe you don't need to start any service. Every service is automatically started.
Okay.
So we drifted from our topic so much. What we were doing YAM today, and then okay, so we were doing YAM. So that's pretty much it, pretty much for the YAM. And yeah, I see we have done all the commands. So any confusion with if you want to upgrade a package, you have all the ways. You can do it through internet, you can through CD-ROM, and you can download the package from internet, copy it to your computer, and you can install it using RPM. So we are good with this. Let's see what else we need to cover today. Let me go to the topics.
Today is day 7, right?
Yeah, today is day 7, but actually we are not going as per the document. I'm highlighting a few things that we have done in which class, but okay. So we will start with network configuration.
Can we cover the topic hidden files and directories? How do we find hidden files?
So let's go to the root directory. I told you a switch ls minus ali, and it can show me all the hidden files starting from dot.
But you have to have root privileges or somebody who has authority to see the files, right?
Yes, correct. So that's how you can. The hidden files are starting from dot. So if you do it ls minus l only, so it will not show you the hidden files. So if you do,
okay. That's the okay.
So that's how you can find the hidden files.
And what about hidden directories?
There are no hidden directories. No, there are no hidden directories.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can go with Centos. It is giving us a very sophisticated graphical user interface on the command line, which is nmtui. And if I press enter on that shell, it will give you a graphical user interface sort of thing. And I can do edit connection. I can change the name ENS33. I can say don't do it automatically, just do it manually. And then I can show some more parameters. I'm using tab and my arrow keys. So if I hit enter add, I will say IP address will be 192.168.16. My IP is 139. I am giving it as it is. Otherwise, I will be disconnected. And /24 is my subnet mask. I should know what IP I will assign, and that will be provided by your
network admin.
Yeah, but I was thinking something else. Let's open another session. You will not look at it. Next stack minus NR. I don't know the gateway. I was checking 16.2. Okay. So the gateway is 192.168.16.2. Okay, the gateway cannot be an IP other than this network. This 16 is your usable range. So the gateway should be in this usable range. Otherwise you cannot go to the gateway. Okay, the gateway should be in the usable IP range. But again, this will be the task of your network engineers so that he can provide you the gateway from the available IP range. But if you type the subnet mask incorrect, then there may be a problem. So I can hit enter and I say 8.8.8 is my DNS server. And I cannot, if you want to define some static routes, which I'm not going to do, we are going with the default routes. And yes, I can say, okay, I can go back, I can quit. But the configurations are done, but they are not applied. If I am standing on the console, which means I am not connected to through the network. So what I can do is I can go here, deactivate it and reactivate it, and the IP will be changed. But as you can see, I am connected through PuTTY. I can connect it through internet. If I deactivate it, my session will be gone. And there, I mean, everybody's session will be gone. And You have to go to the console again. Someone was asking me when we go to the console, that's when we go to the console. That somebody deactivated it and we have to start it again. So there is a better way.
Is that the same thing as if up and if down?
Yeah, if you do if down, I mean, you have to go to the console.
Right.
So let's say I will do service, network, don't hit stop, just restart it so that, and if the configurations are all good, it will restart it and your session is not gone. But if there is something wrong and it's not able to restart, again, you have to go to the console to fix what you have done. And I was checking the gateway, netstat minus nr, my destination for any destination for 0000, I mean any IP, I go to my gateway and this is my gateway 192.168.16.2. Netstat minus r pretty much runs on every Linux distribution. That's how you can get your gateway address, and if there are any routes available, static routes. Plus what you can check is, we discussed if config minus a, we can check the IP address, we can check the gateway, and what else we should check from the network side, what's in the course. If config netstat ns lookup. Yeah, ns lookup. We discussed ns lookup or not?
No, we did not.
ns lookup. So let's say I want to know the IP address of google.com. ns lookup will tell you the IP address of Google. Let's say I set q is equal to a and hit google.com. Okay. Maybe some other websites, yahoo.com. So it is giving me the non-authoritative answer. We discussed DNS in the first class, but I was not, I forgot to tell you, there are two types of answers, either authoritative answers or non-authoritative answers. The non-authoritative answer means I am not, this configuration, this IP configuration, this is not stored inside my server's configuration. I am taking this IP address from some other DNS servers. And there is one DNS server in which these entries are actually done. When you set that DNS server and hit yahoo.com, it will give you the answer as the authoritative answer, that these are the IP addresses and I am hosting these IPs. These IPs are configured on me. So mostly you get the non-authoritative answer because all the DNS servers are taking these attributes from some other DNS servers and they have cached it in their local cache. But you don't need to, I think, set q is equal to o. No, set QUERY is equal to a. Now google.com. Okay, leave. So that's how, if my internet is not working, first thing I will do is I will ping my gateway. My gateway is 192.168.16.2 is my gateway. So I can check the connectivity of any other machine or my gateway with the ping IP. Ping space IP address. If I am going to the gateway, it means that my connectivity is okay. Now this is the task of your network administrator, that from the gateway to the internet, he does all that configuration. So let's say I want to check my internet connectivity. I will go pinging 8.8.8. So from my PC to the Google DNS, traffic is going just fine. And this is done through this ICMP protocol. So if my internet is not working, I will ping google.com. Okay, Google is reachable, but website is still not browsing. Then I will go with the NS lookup and check if DNS is resolving. Maybe my organization DNS is not resolving. The network is fine, but the DNS is not working. So you will check with the DNS server, and if the DNS is not working, what you can do is you can go to etc.resolve.conf and you can change the DNS from here, or you can add another DNS server, maybe 1.1.1.1. So now, and if that 1.1.1.1 should exist, and that should work. So if routing is okay, gateway is okay, ping is reachable, internet is not working, then to go to the NS lookup and check if it is resolving it correctly. And anything else? I mean, this is clear why we do the ping command.
So Zishan, that resolve.config file was already there when we initially did the.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
Okay.
So this resolve.conf is already there. So that's how we check the connectivity, and then we check the reachability. There is one more thing, but I cannot do it right away because I need another virtual machine. Nobody asked if I want to copy one file from my Linux machine to another Linux machine, what should I do? I mean, from Windows, we use the tool WinSCP. But if I want to copy one file from one Linux machine to another file to another Linux machine, what should we be doing?
You could do network file management or secure copy.
Yes, you can. And who's talking?
Good.
Oh my God. I think, oh no, sorry. I thought I stopped the recording. By chance, the mouse was there and I'm not leaving. So current, you have, of course, it's your refresher. So you can do the secure copy, but if I don't have any other machine available, so I can make a clone. So it will
Can we
not.
use FTP?
Yes, we can use FTP.
Yeah, secure FTP is also available.
But
right?
FTP through command line, doing FTP through command line is way too complicated.
Difficult. Okay.
Yes, because first you have to connect to that FTP server through command line, then you go into the that directory and then you copy those files. You can provide the credentials, everything will be command line. So it's way too difficult. So the easiest way is FTP, file name, the IP address of your username, @IP address, and the destination where you
I'm
want
not able to see your screen. Are you doing it on your screen or?
That's what I thought I stopped recording. Actually,
The recording is going on, but
but the
I'm
share is
able to
not
see it.
there. Yeah, something happened. I had no
I thought
idea what
you're
happened.
cloning the machine, so you.
No, I'm not cloning it. So what I was saying is it's there.
Yeah, now we can see it. Yes.
So what I was saying, you can SCP the file name which you want to send to other machine. The username, of course, you will be doing it through SSH. So you will log in through SSH. So if you have root credentials, you can copy it anywhere. But if you have your own user, then you can only copy it in home, and your user directory may be Bob. So then you can only copy in your Bob directory because only Bob is writable by that username by default. So you know the username, you know the IP address, and you can network is reachable. Port 22 is open. You can do anything. You can send the folder. You can send the directories. You can pretty much copy anything using this SCP command. And WinSCP is maybe using the same scenario. Maybe I don't know. But in Windows we copy through by using SCP commands, secure copy.
And what if the Bob's machine here is protected with a password?
Yes, that's why when you hit enter, it will ask you the password. Let's see. What I can do is I can go to. I can do is patch. This is. There can be a template. I can clone this, and I can then remove that clone. Manage, clone, next, for clone, next. So I have cloned a machine. You can see the process, right?
Yes.
And then what we can do is close. It's done. So it is not taking a lot of time, and I can power up this machine. Yes. The IP is 134, and we all know 192.168.16.134. We all know that Bob is not there because we have not created user Bob, and there is this Sean there. I don't know if the username for Zishan is set or not, but let's see. Zishan is there, and the copy is on the TMP. I have HTTPD-2 point something available, and I want
Are you
to
typing in
copy.
this clone
Oh,
machine
come on.
or a different machine?
Control C. No. Sorry. Share. I have gone to my shell again. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so what I was doing it, I can remove few things. So I can do it again. So I was saying, I want to copy SCP on MNT. There was a file HTTPD, HTTP. No, it was there on. What was the file name command? DD. Oh, sorry, it was on temp. I got it. On SCP/TMP HTTPD 2.4. This is the file name. I want to copy it to Zishan, username Zishan, on the machine in Zishan's home directory. Okay, so if I hit enter, Okay, it is saying the authenticity of the host 132 cannot be established because SSH works on public and private keys. So because this key is not published, I am connecting with this machine the very first time. So if I know it's the machine and I am doing connecting to this machine, I will hit yes. So first time it will ask me the keys and store those keys in my configuration known hosts. So if let's say someone in few days, let's say 134 is down and somebody else gives 134 IP to some other machine, when we will connect it, it will give the warning and it will not allow you to connect that. The IP address keys has changed and I'm not allowing you to connect. And then you have to remove the old keys and then store the other keys. It's basically for the security. So let's say Zishan has the password root 123. So yes, it is connected to, it has copied this RPM to my remote machine 134. And let's say you want to verify it. So what I will do is SSH root @192.168.16.134. I will provide the password, go to home directory Zishan, and the package is available. So I am now on the remote machine. From this machine, I have not used PuTTY, but using SSH and the credentials, I jumped into another host.
Okay, Zishan, so you never created Zishan on that machine, but since you cloned it, that's why everything was cloned to the new system?
Yes. That's why I'm not doing it with the Bob, because you see, ls, we have not Bob here, but let's say I can exit through this terminal and I am on my own machine. So if I go to home and if I do ls abc Bob
There's Zishan, Bob, and Zishan. So how come it was not, Bob is not cloned on the other system?
Because I have cloned the machine at the okay. You are confusing it. Let's share the screen. Let's share it.
You cloned this VM
no.
and created another one, right?
No. Actually, I have not changed the name, luckily. So you can see I have cloned. This is the clone of CentOS 7 64-bit template.
Okay.
And actually, this is this machine.
Okay.
CentOS 7 template. I am working on this machine, batch 14.
Okay. So the template had Zishan already in it.
Yes, if I had cloned batch 14,
then Bob would have
been there. So I always create a new machine with a template.
Okay, and then you just created the template.
Yes, that's the thing.
Okay. So if we check in this machine home directory and list it, the only user you're gonna see is Zishan.
Because when I installed this machine the first time, I created a user Zishan. And
That's
then,
okay.
I mean, it's a better practice that you install one machine, CentOS 7. You install all the basic packages. You do all the configuration, basic configuration, the baseline. You fix that baseline, and then you can name it template. And then you can clone all the VMs from there. It will save you a lot of time.
Okay, so
whenever
at least you have a root user and one other user that has some authority on the machine.
And they have a password root 123. So
Okay.
I will not forget that. So I will not make that password complicated. So whenever I make a clone, I have the same password available.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, you can choose your own password.
So Zishan, like, maybe some of us are not from a Linux administration background. So when you do this in a real job scenario, so you create a template of a machine and you say you install it with the basic networking configuration and all the packages it needs to have. So do you have any documentation, anything that we can have as a list of things that we should know, like what are some of the important things that we need to know in terms of admin?
I mean, it depends on your company's compliance. I mean, it all depends. But let's say I want a hardened machine. Maybe I want to disable the basic thing is always go with the minimal install. Don't go with the GUI. My template is GUI based because I am using it for the labs environment. Go with the this. I don't know. Maybe your company.
So it depends on the role of the computer that you're putting in. Maybe it's a web server, a file server, or whatever. So based on that, you have different packages that you need. So this is something they already tell you, your network guy or your
they have
guy.
complete document.
So you have all the list of the things how you should commission this machine basically.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly it. And one more thing, maybe what I do is I install these two packages always in any machine. If it is Linux, net-tools and bind-utils. If needed, nload and telnet.
Okay, so we know the telnet. So what other net tools probably give you
the net start commands, the if config commands, and so many troubleshooting the network stuff comes with this net tools. This bind-utils will give you ns lookup, dig. I mean, what I can do is, I don't know, it's network-tool, the net tools. Yeah, okay, come on, install. I was just telling. So let's install all this package. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have to. So let's say I want to dig yahoo.com. So it can tell you the Yahoo is running with, it's giving me a bit more information that these are the A records. And there is some configuration in DNS. Okay.
So now this dig is available because of NetTools package, or
Yes, if not available,
package?
if it is not available, the network-tools will make it available. That's the case with Telnet. Let's say I have service HTTPD status. It's running. Okay, I can do is Telnet localhost. Localhost is like localhost, my local machine. I can go connecting port 80. Okay, it is connected to localhost because if the port is listening, it will be connected. Control C. I'll say service HTTPD stop. The Apache is no more running. So if I will do Telnet, the connection is refused.
Yeah, so your HTTP daemon is not working anymore.
It's not working. So you can Telnet the port. So the first thing, if the service is not working, we Telnet it to the
host and the port, and then see if it's
the curl is available. I can if port 80 is responding, maybe I can curl. There is another package. So curl, we can do the curl and we can check the first page coming to us. And it will be, if it is HTML, it will display as it is. The code is there. Let's just service HTTPD start it again and curl localhost. So this is some page which is provided by Apache. So I know that my this is saying this page is used to test the proper operation of the. Then again, there is some HTML language Apache org, and after it has been installed, if you can read this page, it means this site is working properly. This is powered by. Then again, it's a reference. Reference is what it's a hyperlink to centos.org. So it will display the page as it is. So my machine is okay, the port is working. I'm able to go to the gateway now. It is the responsibility of your network guy that okay, my port is up. I am reachable. The bigger problem is that the network guy says, okay, your service is not running. You say no, my service is running, your network is not running. So that's how you can prove it that my port is running, the service is running. The page is displayed locally, so you can check your network. Either the firewall is on, the port is not allowed, or whatever you want to check. So first you check your own machine. So Telnet is there, then there is this command nload. Okay, it can tell you the traffic coming in and out from this machine. So these are helpful tools if you are troubleshooting some scenario. So this is the baseline. I always do it. And the second thing is I always disable SC Linux. That's it. Firewall, disable firewall. This is your template now. You can clone anything and it will be at the same state. Before this cloning,
thank you,
before this cloning stuff, I am installing, let's say, I am installing Solaris. Those were my worst days. That's why I refer it again and again. So there were 6 CDs. So you have put one CD, you have put another CD, you have put another CD, unless the final CD is corrupt. And maybe or anything wrong happens, you are doing some configuration and something happens, you have not it was a physical machine, so you had no luxury to clone it, so you have to go back and start everything from scratch. So these days it's very easy to install OS, just take a clone of it and you can test anything on the clone. If it is working fine, you can do it on your production machine. You forgot something, you want to crack a password, you don't know the procedure, you got a procedure from internet, but you don't know if it will work or not. Make a clone of your virtual machine, apply that procedure. If it is working fine, apply it to your production machine. So I think that's enough for today, and we will continue with the partitions tomorrow. So if config is done, let's start and let's look up in SCP. Pretty much, yeah, it's done. So I'm gonna start the share first. Yeah.